Looks like there's a little tape on the box. Virtual reality, right? You've experimented with it. You may have experienced it in some form. Maybe it was Google Cardboard. Maybe it was a more elaborate headset. But listen, there's a lot of criticism. Some people just get fired up and they're not into it. But part of that has to do with suboptimal experiences, certainly at first exposure, where people are like dragging around, can't load the thing, can't get the resolution that they want, and so on and so on. Listen, it's growing pains. It's not there yet. But one of the things that keeps a lot of people away is this feeling of nauseousness. This company over here, Wearality Sky, I mean, that's the name of their product here. The company is Wearality. They're attempting to provide a more natural virtual reality. Is there such a thing? No, not really. But through increasing the field of view, the goal here is to give you a more realistic, maybe less jarring, less enclosed version of VR. And it's all supposed to happen right here. Now, you're still using the Cardboard app. You're still playing around with whatever's available in the VR spectrum on your smartphone right now, which obviously isn't everything. But you clip into here, you have a few experiences, and maybe you see VR like you haven't before. Mobile 3D headset with super wide field of view. It features an open, lightweight, and foldable design. It's less claustrophobic. That's the game plan. I don't know how big the impact is gonna be. Let's do it. Need one of these wow. Did you see that? Sometimes you need one of these. Don't play with knives, kids. Don't play with knives. This immediately looks a lot different than any other VR type of goggles. Lock your phone in there, install the Cardboard app. Yeah. Scan the QR. And they want you to get started with VR roller coaster. Great! This guy is what's gonna hold the phone, I assume. Whoa. Jack. This must be for extended sessions. That's like a GoPro mount. Oh man, this is to mount it on your head. That's gonna be a good look, isn't it? This slides in like this. This is actually pretty easy. Now, of course, you're gonna have dual images. Okay, now I need the QR. Successfully paired. Not that many people actually go out and get headsets. It's the kind of thing you gotta dive in. That's it. I'm gonna start with roller coaster number 1. Ooh. Oh, baby. Oh, man, these roller coaster ones, man. You feel it in your stomach. Isn't that what you want? You want to feel, oh, bleh. Oh my. Oh. Maybe if I went on a real roller coaster, I'd be a disaster as well at this point in my life. The equilibrium is off. Certainly, I mean, it gives you a great view. They're not lying. It's a super wide field of view, but it's doing nothing to circumvent the fact that my body's telling me one thing and my mind... What, is that from like an R&B song? Your body says one thing, but your heart says no. Darling, I'm making dinner for you tonight. I mean, is it all that different? I guess you got a lot of accessories if you want to wear the thing. I kind of like the fact that you're not completely closed off. So many of these devices like this are really for the purpose of experimenting with VR. They're not meant to be on your face every day. One of the things holding VR back is that many people can't experiment or experience it at all and don't necessarily want to go out and get a PlayStation VR headset or an Oculus Rift and spend a boatload of money. So you end up in this territory. What's cool about this is it can work as a headset, but also just as a quick viewer. I don't know, man. VR is weird. It's kind of like any emerging technology where it's like the technology goes out into the world and then humans have to figure out how to make it good or how to make it worthwhile. You guys probably know I did an experiment recently with 3 separate 360 videos. If you haven't seen that yet, you might want to go back and check it out just to kind of get an idea. That said, even that experiment isn't exactly perfect because the vast majority of you who interacted with that weren't in any kind of headset at all. To a certain extent, people want to watch stuff to be lazy, to be a vegetable, right? You should see Jack when he's watching something. I mean, the man's foaming at the mouth. I talked about this with people in the past regarding like Nintendo Wii. You remember when the Nintendo Wii came out? Everybody lost their minds. They're like, I'm playing tennis now. What happened, huh? Human beings did what human beings do, which is want to get back to that couch. I think the type of VR experience that's gonna move things, push things, is one really plays to that component. The idea that we just wanna be a passenger. People wanna be less involved. They don't wanna be physically jumping around and moving around for the most part. This is a very antisocial kind of scenario, right? Somebody comes over to your place, they're like, hey Lou, I heard the game's on, let's have a beer. I'm like, that's always been my favorite part of video games in general. Socializing a little bit around it. The relevance of technology still at some point comes back to its interactivity with people. And that's a place that VR has no clue how to operate right now. It doesn't fit very easily into that world, into that social sphere. The real world keeps calling. And I'm here to pick up that phone.